in his bout with Ranjit. Could have easily died there. Didn't. Could have. My friends, I thank you for all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunaut's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mr. Creel permission to request Charlian's aid, we did not anticipate so promptly a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. Voice? 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 Oh, you called it in 2.5. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm worried about
Elder
nothing.
Seeds here. I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortunaut Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortunaut, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
I don't think I realized Louisoix was their grandfather.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals.
I skipped story back when I did that stuff, Saber, so no. Effectively, I did not do Binding Coils. I did the fights. I didn't do the story.
Were it not for him,
And Josh, welcome.
our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Charlian will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days. Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Charlian will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, But if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
I love having a pig in cutscenes. I know other people prefer more serious looking aesthetics. I think it's fantastic.
I see
Do you
your
know how
friend
bad you'd have to be
shares
to
your
stare down a pig
misguided
suit?
ideals. But unlike her, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
Father.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Well, that changes things.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alisaie!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Oh no! That changes things. That changes things. Oh my gosh, so many nails. What?
Roar, Nidhogg! Roar!
These have so much life.
I have you now!
Oh, Stinian's gonna summon super mode. Look at that limit break. Whoa! Get out of my face. Oh, Stinian, you are a hero. Why didn't we open with that? This whole thing would be over, man. Well, you come this far. We're pot committed. That's not a fallacy. It's the real deal.
It really must count for something.
It must. That's otherwise it's just tragedy. Let's do this. What? There it is. There it is. We're going to the moon. Cue the music. Yes. Look at that moon pig. Look at that moon pig. Oh, nothing like a pig suit to ruin a sincerely important cutscene. Oh, credits. Credits roll. Meanwhile, in the Garland capital, look at that scythe! Look at that scythe!
Of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Darkness comes, and with it, the end. The fate of the star is in your hands.
What?
Everything all right back there?
No! Nothing's alright back here. That's the first time I've ever seen Hydaelyn. Is that the first time we've ever seen Hydaelyn? That's the first time I've ever put a face with it. So she's been shown, I haven't gotten there. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines, in gazes cast towards moonlit sky. Thus to our final curtain rise, your steps guide. What ends betides. Got freaking chills. The Hydaelyn stuff wrapping up just further puts emphasis on like making sure that I'm as caught up on lore as possible. Why doesn't the main character? You know, we have a weird relationship with the Echo. So, like, it's hard to explain. I think it's very well visualized as a cinematic device. You know, a lot of times in movies when somebody has a flashback or a dream or whatever, they literally go there, or a memory of somebody is literally standing there. And when you remember something, that's not how it happens, at least for me. There's not, you know, when I remember something my grandfather used to say, I don't see my grandfather standing here. But as a cinematic device, right, if you're showing a movie, the audience can't be in my head. So you would have an actor playing my grandfather stand right there and say the thing with his voice so that it was very clear. So I assume some of it is drummed up, is my assumption, that is drummed up for us the audience, to better show, because we're not the Warrior of Light. The Warrior of Light is a character that we play. We are not the Warrior of Light as a player. And that's made very clear by the fact that, like, the Warrior of Light has knowledge and has past experiences that we're not privy to. We were not there when our Warrior of Light was born and grew up. We arrive with them in Eorzea, and they are already grown and adult and have skills that qualify them to go enter a class quest. You know, we build them out in the character selection screen, and then they've experienced this thing with Hydaelyn. Shame there wasn't a glam for finishing the .55. I don't know. So, as soon as I leave this scene, we're going to stop talking MSQ spoilers. So as soon as my face isn't here, we're going to stop talking MSQ. But yeah, I think that's interesting. So if everybody's good with that, yeah, let's do it.